Let's continue now with Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett. She represents the U.S. Virgin Islands. Representative Plaskett will serve as an impeachment manager in the upcoming Senate trial. Good evening. Thank you for making time for us.
Good evening. Thanks for having me.
What's your strategy for winning? What is the one most important thing that you think securing a conviction in this trial will depend upon?
Well, I don't want to talk about the strategy that the impeachment managers are working on what our trial discussion has been. Just suffice it to say that we have a phenomenal group of individuals that Speaker Pelosi, we've all been honored and humbled to be asked to be a part of, with great counsel and, of course, amazing staff that are working on this. We have, in fact, a case of a president who has done what the founders anticipated. That is an individual trying to grip onto power and utilizing a mob to try and destroy our democracy to do that. And I think that we've all been witnesses to this, and that's what you'll hear in the trial.
John Adams once said, "The jaws of power are always open to devour." And I think that one of the interesting things about this is a lot's been made about the hesitance of some Republican lawmakers to more openly condemn President Trump's actions because they're concerned about their own power, their own political power, and their political futures. How much do you think you'll have to get over that hunger for power, that hunger to not lose it on the part of Republican lawmakers, as opposed to just appealing to shared American values, a common sense of decency, protecting the democracy, and so on?
Well, I believe that the job of the impeachment managers is, in fact, to try a case, correct? And we're being entrusted with presenting the article of impeachment, which says what this president did. And I believe that all of the senators were there and knows what happened. And it will be our job to tell that story again. And I have great confidence in all 100 of those senators. I'm not just going to be speaking to a select group or trying to bring one side over to the others. But the impeachment managers working together are going to try and present a case to those senators, those jurors, those witnesses of the crime that the president perpetrated and has been perpetrating for a period of time against the American people and against our democracy.
There are a number of counter-arguments that I think have come up already just on the floor of Congress with the vote not only to approve the articles of impeachment, but also during some of the deliberations over the Electoral College votes. One of them was, this is Democrats just going after the president again. I don't think that's the strongest argument, because if you keep going after a jaywalker saying, oh, you just say he's going to jaywalk, and then he jaywalks, well, I was right all along. So let's set that aside. The other argument, though, has to do with the causal connection between what the president said and what the crowd did on January 6th. Some are saying that you can make a First Amendment argument that would help indemnify the president from liability over their actions. How viable do you think that is? Is it possible to make a First Amendment argument that exonerates the president?
Well, they're going to make whatever argument they would like to make. It's whether or not the argument is valid. The First Amendment is not an
Oh, goodness, I think we lost the Congresswoman. We will try to get her back. But that was Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett of the U.S. Virgin Islands. She will be one of the impeachment managers who tries the case against President Trump. Let's see if we got the connection clean. Congresswoman, can you hear me? Are you there?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. Good. Right when I was getting to the question I really wanted to ask, we lost your connection. Let me ask you to start that one more time before I have to let you go, in terms of the First Amendment argument and its potential to exonerate President Trump.
Sure. We know that all speech is not free. You're not allowed to give whatever speech you want. One is the example that is always put forward is that you cannot cry fire in a crowded movie, correct? And in the same way, the president in particular cannot say the things that he did, knowing what was out there, knowing what was going to happen and to do that. Additionally, we know that this president, numerous people requested that the president say something to stop the crowd. Well, after he was aware of what had happened, that the Capitol had been breached, and he did nothing. He knew that on this particular day, January 6th, that Congress would be convening to carry out their constitutional duty to certify the election. And he chose that date to have his rally, to bring his followers and to attempt to destroy our democracy.
Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett of the U.S. Virgin Islands, one of the impeachment managers for this second trial against President Trump. Congresswoman, I appreciate you making time. Thank you.
Thank you so much.